started, remember there is a Spotify playlist linked down in the description that you can listen to alongside this video. I'll give you a second to get that going and then we'll jump right into things. Once you're ready to get started, let's come on down into a comfortable seated position. That can be cross-legged, legs out in front of you. Maybe you want to sit in a long butterfly. Whatever comfortable is for you, that's where I want you to go. Take your hands right to the tops of your legs. We'll take a big roll of the shoulders to open up through the chest. I want you to feel as if your shoulder blades are sliding down your back into your imaginary back pockets of your pants. We'll take a big inhale to breathe in through the nose, fill the body up with air. Think about expanding through the rib cage from side to side and front to back. And then we'll exhale out, let all of that air go. Good, we'll go for 3, big inhale. And then exhale out, let it go. Good, let's go for 2, big inhale. And exhale out, let it go. Good, this will be our last one, big inhale. And exhale out, let everything go. Good. With that last exhale, let's bring ourselves up into a tabletop position. You can bring the legs together, bring your hands down to the mat. We'll get the wrists right underneath the shoulders, the knees right underneath the hips. Spread your fingertips out wide onto your mat. I want you pressing into the fingertips, pressing into the knuckles, into the heels of the hands, all evenly, and just kind of wiggle around. See how things are feeling. See how you feel in your body. When you're ready, give me an inhale as you arch at your back, open up the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale as you curve the spine up as if you're an angry cat. You'll point the crown of your head down, look towards the tops of your legs. Holding this curve in your spine, we'll inhale as we press the hips towards the heels. Exhale as we pull things forward, still in that curved spine. And then you can inhale, release, finding the arch in your back. We'll do 3 more like that. We curve the spine up, angry cat, press hips to heels. Bring things forward, and then inhale, arch at the back, open up the chest. We'll go for 2. And then last one. Hips to heels. We'll bring things forward. You can arch at your back one last time. And then we'll bring things through center. Remember, we're thinking about pressing up and away from the mat, pulling the rib cage up and in. Left knee stays down on the mat. You can bring it towards the center of you. We'll lift the right leg up, flexing through the foot. Okay. You open the right knee out towards the right side of the room, pull the knee towards the right elbow, and then push the right leg back up. For 3 more, remember, it's just one direction. Does not have to be huge. We're just warming up for 2. And then last one. Good. Right knee comes down. Same thing on the left side. Make any adjustments you feel like you need to make. Left knee lifts up. We flex the foot. You're going to open the left knee out towards the side of the room. Pull the knee towards the elbow and then press the leg back up. For 3 more. We open. For 2. And then last one. Good. With your last one, your left knee comes down. We'll untuck the toes if they were tucked. Press your hips towards your heels and then start to walk your hands in towards your knees. Stack your shoulders on top of your hips. We'll take a big inhale as we reach the arms up overhead. You can really gently press your chest forward. Find a little arch at your back. When you're ready, right hand will come down towards the mat. Left arm will reach up overhead, opening up through the left side body. Good. We'll press up through center. Right arm comes up to meet the left. Left hand will come down. Right arm will reach up overhead. Nice big side body stretch. Good. When you're ready, everything can come through center. We'll swing the legs so they come out from underneath us, and then you'll find a seated position on your mat. Feet out in front of you, about hips distance apart or so. Okay. Arms are going to reach out in front of you. We'll take a big inhale as we sit up tall. Exhale, you draw in from the belly button. We'll pull hips and rib cage closer towards each other as you start to roll yourself all the way down towards the mat. You'll move nice and slow. Think about moving through each little piece of the spine, inch by inch, piece by piece. Shoulder blades come down, your head comes down, your arms reach back overhead. I always put this chair way too close to me. Inhale right here. Exhale as you start to press the hands so they come down by your hips. We'll tuck chin to chest as you lift up through the shoulder blades, pressing into the hips, pressing into the heels. You roll yourself all the way up to seated. And once you come up to seated, we'll lift the arms so they come up overhead. Kind of similar to what we did last Monday in our first class. Okay, inhale right here. Exhale as you roll things down. Good. Shoulders go down, head goes down, arms reach back. Big inhale. And then exhale as we press the hands down towards the tops of the thighs. We tuck chin to chest, lifting up through the shoulder blades, pressing into the hips, pressing into the heels. You come all the way up to seated and lift the arms up overhead. For 2 more, we lower the arms down as we roll down towards our mat. And if you've been with me a long time, you are very familiar with the roll down, right? You've gotten a lot of practice. Inhale, we reach the arms back. Exhale as you lift the arms, press down towards the tops of your legs, tucking chin to chest, rolling things up, pressing into the hips, pressing into the heels. You come up to seated, lift the arms. For just 1 more, we lower the arms as you roll things down towards the mat. Good. Shoulders down, head down, arms reach back. And 1 final time, I am going to make you roll all the way up, pressing the hands down towards the tops of the legs, tucking chin to chest, lifting the shoulder blades, pressing into the hips, pulling the rib cage closer towards the hips, finding that big curve in your spine as you roll it up and reach the arms overhead. Beautiful. From here, your hands can come down by your sides. You can scoot the hips forward just a little bit as we come all the way down onto our mat. It does not have to be a graceful get down onto the mat. Your feet will stay about hips distance on your mat, knees again, about hips distance as well. And then just check in with your pelvis. If you're somebody that has a natural curve in your spine and you kind of arch your back, I want you to pull things in. Try and point the front points of your hips upwards towards the ceiling, and we'll hold the pelvis and the hips in place as we move through this next series. Hands come behind your head. You'll open up through your elbows. I want you to take a big exhale. As you tuck your chin towards your chest, you start to lift head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat, looking right towards the belly button or towards the tops of the legs. Inhale as we slowly lower down and release. Big exhale as you lift things up. Inhale as we bring things right back down. Good. Awesome. And you'll keep moving like this. Couple things to check in on. If you feel like there's a lot of tension in your neck, I want you to bring your hands to your temples instead of taking them behind the head. See if that helps. Sometimes when we have the hands behind the head, we have a tendency to pull on the neck. I don't want you to do that. I want you to remain as gentle as you can with yourself. Good. All right, let's move through 2 more like this. Big exhale. Inhale as everything comes back down. 1 more. And then we'll take it down. Once you come down towards the mat, we're going to add on with a little bit of rotation. I want you to crunch up through head, neck, and shoulders, lifting the shoulders off of the mat. And then you're going to twist the left armpit in the direction of the right knee. Inhale, we come down through center. Exhale, you're going to come up through center and then twist really gently over towards the left. Think about bringing the right armpit towards the left knee. Come down through center. Good. It's super subtle, and that's okay. Subtle is good. With this next one, let's add on with the right leg. We come up through center. You're going to twist left armpit as you lift the right knee, pull the knee in towards the armpit. Instead of thinking about elbow to knee, I want you to think armpit to knee. So we stay open through the front of the body. Inhale, everything comes down through center. Exhale, same thing. Same thing, other side. I should have specified. Let's do 4 more each side. Over towards the right. Over to the left. Good. We're going for 3. And 3. Good. We'll go for 2, still moving in that slow, controlled pace. I know it starts to get a little bit uncomfortable, right? Especially because we're so used to moving quickly throughout our lives. Like slowing it down is always sometimes the most challenging part. Last one with that right knee lifted. Last one with the left knee lifted. Good. Once everything comes back down through center, we're keeping the hands and the upper body where it's at. We'll lift the legs so they come up to a tabletop position. I'm going to say this right now. If tabletop starts to become too much, both of your feet come back down to the mat. Okay? Knees above the hips, shins parallel to the ceiling, hands stay behind the head. You're opened up through the elbows, nice and wide. We take an inhale as you lift up through the upper body. You're going to reach left armpit in the direction of your right knee. Inhale as you come down through center. Exhale as you lift up. We go right armpit in the direction of the left knee. And then bring it back down. We're doing 3 more each side. Good. We're going for 2. I'm a little shaky. How are you doing? This is 2. And then last one. And last one. Good. Everything comes down through center. I want you to take a second, take a breath. Legs can stay in tabletop unless, of course, you feel like they need to come down for a second. Okay, last installment of this core series, okay? We're going to take a big exhale as we lift up through head, neck, and shoulders. From here, we pull the right knee in. You're going to shoot your left leg out, pulling left armpit towards the right knee. We come back down through center, legs come to tabletop, head goes down. Exhale, same thing on the other side. Left knee pulls in, right leg shoots out. And then inhale, everything comes back down through center. 3 more each side. It's a slow, controlled bicycle crunch. That's how I want you to think of it. Good. That was 3 and 3. This is 2. I have a feeling y'all are going to be like, that was a hardcore series. 2 and 2. We'll go last one. Ooh, and then last one, but it's never really the last one, right? We're going to come down through center. Take a second, take a breather. When you're ready, you're lifting up through the upper body. We're pulling the right knee in, shooting the left leg out, okay? You pause right here. Left hand comes away from the head. You're going to reach it out towards the outside of your right leg, okay? Take a pause. Left hand comes back in. We come down through center. It's the same thing on the other side. We lift up through the upper body. Left knee pulls in, right leg shoots out. Right hand comes away from the head. You're going to reach out to the outside of your left leg. Oh, hopefully my mic didn't get smashed there. We bring things back in. Everything comes through center for 2 more each side. We lift up, we twist, reach, bring the hand in, and then everything comes down. Same thing other way. We lift up, you'll reach, bring it in, down through center. Last one each side. We lift up in the upper body. Oop, reach it out, reach the left hand. Even I forgot. Bring it back down through center. Last time, other side. We go up. Oh my God. We go up. You're going to twist to the left, reach the right hand out, pull the right hand in, and everything comes down through center. Okay, good. Once you come down through center, I need some water. My voice is just like not having it. You're gonna rock a little bit from side to side. Take a moment, take a breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, of course, we're gonna keep using our core, but we'll get into the lower body just a little bit. Feet are coming down to your mat about hips distance apart. You'll bring your hands down by your sides. I want you to roll your shoulders down and back. So you're pressing into the backs of your shoulders, pressing into your triceps, pressing into your hands and your fingertips. Okay, press down into your heels to see how things are feeling. When you're ready, we take an exhale, tuck the tailbone under. You start to roll the hips so that you come up into a bridge position. Once you get to the top of that bridge, you'll take an inhale and then exhale as you start to lower things back down towards the mat. Good. We inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you press it right back up. Take things nice and slow. And especially with this bridge, it does not have to be a huge range of motion. It stays pretty tiny. I know a lot of us want to get that huge range of motion, and sometimes, especially with this, we can arch into the back and we lose the engagement through the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay, so at the top, we're trying to get into like full hip extension, right? So the hips are kind of flat and straight on top of you. Good. We're going for 4 more right here. Press into the heels, tuck the tailbone under, lift up. Y'all will be very happy to know there is no side lying work in today's class. I thought I'd give you a break from that. Inhale and then exhale, take it back up. But you will see it again. Don't worry. Don't worry. Good. This is 2. We press up. And then bring it down. This will be our last one. Once you come up to the top of this bridge, I want you to hold it right here. Pressing down into your heels, squeezing into the glutes. Imagine you're holding onto a $100 bill in between your butt cheeks. It's crazy, but the visual works, right? We're rolling shoulders down and back. You're active in the upper body. Let's press a little bit deeper into the left heel. Give me an exhale as you lift the right knee above the hip. Good. Inhale as you tap your right toes back down towards the mat. For 6 more, we lift the right leg up. Inhale as we take it back down. We go for 5. For 4. For 3. 2. And then last one, right foot comes down. You're going to lower your hips all the way down through center. And when you're ready, you press right back up into your bridge. You pause and hold at the top, squeezing into the glutes, tucking the tailbone under. These 2 front points at your hips, they should be level. So if you look up and you notice that maybe one is dipped down or the other is dipped down, or they're doing something wild, see what you can adjust on your own. Right? That's all Pilates is. It's little adjustments. It's getting more connected into the body. Now we're still holding up in that bridge. I know I'm distracting you. We press deeper into the right heel. Let's lift the left knee up above the hip. On an inhale, you tap the left toes back down towards the mat. For 6. Good. For 5. For 4. 3, 2, and then last one. Good. Left foot comes down. You lower the hips all the way down through center. Take a second, take a breath. I don't know what's come over me. You're going to drop the knees from one side and then over to the other. And then when you're ready, we have one more part of this glute bridge series. Both feet come down, or they stay down. Hands go underneath. No, oh my God, what am I saying? Hands go onto your mat. We're rolling the shoulders down and back, press into the hands, press into the feet. Exhale as you tuck the tailbone under, start to roll the hips up to bridge. Good, inhale and then exhale, bring it right back down. We're doing 6 more right there. If your hamstrings start to cramp a little bit, it's all right. Just come on out of it. Give yourself a second. Give yourself a breather. The really nice thing about doing classes on YouTube and doing pre-recorded classes in general is that you can pause and jump back in when you're ready. This is 4. You got it. For 3. You're doing good. This is 2. And then last one, you lift the hips all the way up to the top of that bridge. You hold it right there. Again, tucking the tailbone under, squeezing into the glutes. I want you to lift the right heel off of the mat, lifting to the toes, lower it back down. Same thing on the left. We lift up onto the left toes, lifting the heel, bring it back down. 4 more each side. On the right and on the left. Good. For 3 and 3. You got it. 2 and 2. Last one and 1. Good. Now we're going to move back over to the right side, lifting up onto the heel. I want you to start to take little tiny pulses through your hips, lowering 1 inch down, lifting 1 inch back up. That's all. Lowering down, lifting 1 inch back up. You keep moving from right here. All right. If you feel like you can do a little bit more, you're keeping the heel lifted. This is going to feel a little bit crazy. We lift the left knee above the hip, little pulses. Okay, if that's too much to have the heel lifted, you take your heel down, you lift the left leg, you're pulsing for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot comes down all the way. Right heel lowers down. You take the hips all the way down through center. When you're ready, you're going to press the hips right back up, coming to the top of your bridge, taking a second, taking a breath, squeezing into the glutes, tucking the tailbone under, pressing into the backs of the shoulders. Okay, when you're ready, we're lifting up onto our left heel, and we take those tiny pulses. Little lower, little lift, little lower, little lift. Good. If you're ready to do more, you get your bearings on this left side. We press down into the ball of the foot as we lift the right leg up, and you pulse from here. Little lower, little lift. You got it. You're going for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Right foot comes all the way down. Hips are still lifted. We lower the left heel. You bring your hips all the way down to the mat. From right here, hugging the knees in towards the chest, we take a little rock from side to side. Take a moment, take a breath. I know that was a little bit mean, but we did it. Okay. From right here, let's cross at the ankles. We're going to do a little bit of a rock and roll. So we come up to seated. All right. So pull the knees in. You're going to roll it on up so that you come to seated. Your ankles are crossed, and then reach your hands in front of you. We'll step the feet back so that miraculously you found yourself in a high plank. Okay, now give me a second to get situated. We've got the shoulders right on top of the wrists. You're pressing up and away from your mat. If you'd prefer to be right here down on the knees, please take it there. That's a perfectly good plank. Okay. When you're ready, we start to add on a little bit of movement. All right. We're going to take a big exhale as we bend at the knees. We press the hips closer towards the heels. Okay. You'll pause right here, pressing your chest towards the tops of your legs. I want you to press the hips up straight and out through your legs. And then inhale, pull things forward, coming back to plank. Exhale, we bend the knees, send the hips towards the heels. Pause right there. Press the hips up, press the legs to straight, and then inhale, shift forward to plank for 4 more. We bring it back, lift up, shift forward for 3, good for 2, and then last one. Lift up and shift it forward to plank. Once you find your plank, you're holding right here for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We drop the knees down, untuck the toes. You're going to lower yourself all the way down onto your chest, opening the feet up so that they're about mat's distance. Okay, hands can stay underneath the shoulders, and we'll start off kind of like how we always do with back extension. Pressing into the hands and the forearms, we lift the chest, lift the gaze. It can stay super tiny. Inhale as we bring things back down for 3 more. Big exhale as we lift up. Inhale, we come all the way back down. for 2. And then last one. Good. With your last one, everything comes to the mat. We'll bring the forearms so they come just in front of you, and you can stack. Let's go right hand on top of the left. You're going to lift the chest just a little bit away from the mat. Your gaze is lifted and a little bit down. Okay. From here, we press into the front of the hips. You squeeze the glutes, lift your legs off of the mat, point through your toes, and then just start to give me little kicks through your legs. Kick, 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 kick. Good. Steady, even breath as you continue to move. If it becomes a little bit too much to be lifted in the upper body, your forehead is coming down towards your hands, and you'll take things from right there. Good. We'll hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We lower the legs down. You'll move your hands underneath the shoulders, bring the legs together, press yourself all the way up, and then reach your hips back to your heels, finding a child's pose. Once you're ready to come out of that child's pose, you're pulling up into a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We take an inhale as we sway the hips over towards the right, bringing hip and rib cage closer to each other on the right side. Remember, like we talked about last week, imagine you're a dog with a tail, looking back towards the tail. We come back through center, same thing to the left, sway the hips, look over the left shoulder. Good, and then bring it back through center. One more each side to the right. And then to the left. Good. When you're ready to come back through center, we'll start to walk the hands in towards the feet, anchoring the hips to the mat, taking a second, taking a breath. We're going to take a big inhale as we lift the arms up overhead. You can gently press the chest forward, finding a little back bend. When you're ready, both hands will come down and we'll swing the legs out from underneath us so that you come down into a seated position. From here, we're gonna stretch out the hips, all right? Left foot goes down, right ankle is going to go over the top of the left knee, hands just behind you. We press up and away from the mat, opening up the chest, rolling the shoulders down and back. And if you'd prefer to take a figure 4 stretch from all the way down on the mat, please take it there. If you'd like to do a little bit more, we're going to tilt this whole shape over towards the left. So rolling out onto the edge of the left foot. Good. We'll hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Everything comes up through center. We swap out the legs, right foot down, left ankle over the top of the knee. Again, pressing up and away from the mat, pressing your chest closer towards the legs. Take a moment, take a breath. When you're ready, if you'd like to, we tilt this whole shape over towards the right, rolling out onto the outside edge of the right foot. If that's not comfortable or if it's a little bit too much on your left hip, just don't do it. We're holding 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes up through center. We uncross the left ankle and then slide the left leg out to straight. We're going to pull the right foot in towards the inner thigh on the left leg. Arms reaching out by your sides. We shift over towards the left, reaching the left hand to the inside of the foot or just towards the inside of the left leg. A right arm comes up and over. Nice big side body stretch, opening up through the right side, thinking about spiraling the shoulder and the chest open. When you're ready, we come up through center and then we'll swap it over to the other side. Right leg reaches out, left leg pulls in. Try to get your foot pretty close to your inner thigh on that right side. Arms reach out. We take an inhale as you shift over towards the right, lifting the left arm up overhead, opening up at the chest, finding space from hip to rib cage to armpit, all the way up towards the middle finger. Good. When you're ready to come up through center, go ahead and come on up. We can bring the legs together and you can take any other stretches that you feel like you need, but you're all finished with me for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. If you did, as always, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to mark off this class on your challenge tracker. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I will see you back here for our next video.